Yes, 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 yes.
I'm Winston Show, the Winston Show, the Winston Show, the Winston Show, the Winston Show. Ooh, Winston Show, Winston Show, Winston Show.
7:30. We on that treadmill, getting some treads going. Last night I ate an awesome sandwich. I've talked about it already twice. I don't need to talk about that sandwich. Did legs last night. They're a little sore going up the stairs, but other than that, I'm doing all right. And yeah, hopefully weather's nice so I can walk at lunch, and we'll see how it goes from there. This right here is the type of in-depth journalism that America desperately needs. This is what great journalism is all about. Tuesday afternoon, working, walking. My heel hurts. My heel and midfoot is very sore on my right foot. I'm just focusing on good foot movements, and hopefully that helps it feel better. Good foot movements. For lunch, I ate a steak quesadilla from the local taco shack, and it was delicious. That was the first meal of the day. For dinner, I plan on having ribs and I think Brussels sprouts. So protein and vegetable, and I should still be well within my calorie range for the day. And when I get home tonight, we're doing arms. It is Thursday morning on my morning walk. Feet hurt this morning, but I'm not letting that stop me. Bought a guitar last night. I've been thinking about it for like a month. I really wanted this way more expensive guitar, but I couldn't justify paying $1,500 for a guitar, so I found one for $400 with very similar specs and got that one instead. But if someone buys a large amount of t-shirts from me, I am going to buy that $1,500 guitar because it looks sick. Just getting my exercise on for work. And then weather's still good today. I want to walk at lunch. Yeah. Steak. It's Thursday. It's beautiful outside, really nice. Just started walking. It's almost 3 o'clock. It's like 2:57, 2:58. I ate a big old steak for lunch. It was 3 slices of pickles. And now I'm walking. I'm gonna trim up my beard. It's all funky. That steak actually kind of took the energy out of me. I was kind of like, and then from caffeine earlier, and now I'm kind of like in a crashing state. Hopefully 1 or 2 laps wake me up pretty good. I thought about going to the park, but then I was like, screw it, I'll just walk here. Even though the park's better scenery, here is it's less people, so I feel less weird talking into the phone. And I didn't feel like driving, just more time to actually walk. Oh, I need to put in my watch. 3 laps in, I took off my hoodie, and I had this hat that kind of matched my shirt in the car, so I changed hats. That's why it looks different. It's not a different day. I am walking on sunshine. Whoa. The interesting thing, my Apple Watch says I am now, my pace is for miles much faster than it used to be. It used to be like 32, 34, and it's lately been like 26, 25 for these walks I do. And that includes, I don't know how that calculates to be in a mile, but I guess that's what it thinks my pace is. I don't know how much I'm actually walking at all. Guess I could figure it out somehow, but using math and science and technology. It is 2:30 on Friday. and I'm on my walk. And there's a little bit of a chilly wind, but other than that, it's beautiful out. I'm wearing one of my favorite hoodies from my brand. Booty had me like dead. JFK, yeah, it's a funny one. Get that, badnutritionclothing.com, 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 badnutritionclothing.com. I had a salad for lunch. That was boring, but, you know, it was a grilled chicken Zaxby salad. Last night, I ended up having Zaxby's as well. The salad was from yesterday. I bought it yesterday, but, you know, whatever. But last night, I had some fried chicken fingers and wings and things. Some chicken wings. It wasn't great, but didn't really have that bad of a meal because earlier that day I just had a steak. So, and third day in a row, weighing in right at 320. Today's was right up. It's more 320 on the dot. So, I feel like if I don't eat anything crazy this weekend, I'll be under 320 next week, and that'll be great. Now, I'm definitely not hitting under 300 by end of February, but I'm definitely going to end February under 320, which that alone is, I think, a decent place to be at. I started this journey like at 343, and for the longest time, I felt like I was at 333, just 333 every time. I feel like from like November, not even then, from like September till like January, I felt like every time I would be on the treadmill when I wasn't feeling like overly heavy or anything, it was always saying 333. And now it's right at 320, which is cool. I want it to be at 310. The weight doesn't drop off as fast, but I am still losing, so that's great. Diet and exercise, it's a long process, but you know, 2 pounds a week, 10 weeks, that's 20 pounds. If you can keep that up, you know, eventually you'll hit 40 pounds, and then, you know, so that's 20 weeks, there's 40 weeks in the year, so that's 80 pounds. So yeah, right now, current goal is get under 300 pounds. If I could do that by end of March, so that's still a lot. Might not be possible, but I don't know. I feel like I've been stepping it up a little bit, exercise-wise. I'm actually liking how it's feeling, and it's getting warmer, so I feel like I'm going to be outside more. I want to get more into hiking, especially as the weather warms up. Just need to find good hiking trails near me that's easy to get to. But as I get more mobile, my legs and stuff feel stronger. Definitely want to start adding hikes as part of my routine, diet, everything. I forgot to turn on my watch again. Let's turn on the watch and get some points for this exercise. It's Saturday. I'm walking on the streets. It's beautiful weather, a little chilly wind, but not too bad. I'm in shorts too. Walked the neighborhood, felt good, so kept going. So now I'm walking the streets. Walked to town, now walking back. It's kind of funner to walk this way than with the treadmill, but I have a question for you runners, exercisers, and walkers. I'm about maybe 2/3 of the way home, maybe 3/4, and I have to poop so bad. I'm holding it. I think I'll make it, but then I keep noticing when I'm on these walks that I start almost like good 25% of the time I have to poop crazy bad about midway through. What is that? I'm disturbed. I don't like it. It makes walking difficult. You hear about runners who like get caught pooping in people's yards. I get it now. I truly do. I can understand. If this was worse and went on for another 10, 15 minutes, that tree looks real nice, you know? I might just squat between those two trunks and let it rip, you know? I get it. I've always been a nervous pooper. Don't like public bathrooms, but in a moment like now, I can understand why these ladies be pooping in people's yards. 100% get it now. Whew. All right, let's keep walking. Hello, house. Hello, other house. Hello, my fellow Americans. It is your favorite good boy, Winston, and I am exercising on the elliptical. It's Sunday morning. Saturday I went for that walk, but then I didn't really do any extra exercises other than that. So that is why I'm on the elliptical Sunday morning, and I have the energy for it. I feel good. I'm starting to get to the point where I want some exercise every morning. So that's a big improvement. Instead of, I don't want any part of exercise any mornings. So I'm elliptical in it. Last night, Molly and I went to see Shane Moss. He is a stand-up comedian who does psychedelic comedy, I guess. I kind of was into him in like 2014, 15, maybe even, no, not 16, it could have been 16. Like between 2014 and 15, I discovered him and was kind of a fan, listened to his podcast, but then kind of just fell out of listening to him. Saw a Facebook ad for him, went to the show last night, and it was insanely disappointing. He is not a good stand-up. I don't know if he was hungover, if he's tired, or what, but he would ramble, be incohesive. It was not good. I feel like I could have gone up there and put on a much better stand-up set. It was, you know, it also felt like, excuse me, I get he's trying to sell merch, but he was weirdly heavy-handed with his merch pitch, but also not. It was just, to be honest, he was pretty rough. He needed a lot more refining on that set. It was not tight. It didn't punch hard. It didn't have great structure. Like, it started decent, but man, it just was not great. And I might be spoiled. Lately, I've been going to a lot of big comedy shows with some really big names, and this was like a 150-seater versus last show we went to was at the Tabernacle with Tim Dillon. So that was like 3,000-ish people versus 150 people. So, you know, there's levels to these things, but man, that was a rough one. Not impressed. Not impressed at all.